Okay, welcome back. We're going to take a look now at definite articles and how to handle them in translating Greek, particularly this business of predicate adjectives versus attributive adjectives. Okay, a predicate adjective is basically an adjective used in a sentence. Okay, if I say the man is good, that's a predicate adjective because it's joined to man through the predicate is. Okay, on the other hand, if I say the good man, good is simply being attributed to man as an attributive adjective. There's no actual sentence there. In English, it's just a phrase. Now, of course, in English, it's easy to distinguish the two because in the case of the predicate adjective, you have the sentence with a verb, is. Okay, and generally speaking in English, you have to have a verb to make a sentence. Okay, not so in Greek. Okay, not so in Greek. You can have a sentence without a verb. The sentence, in effect, can be an implied predication. Okay, now this is not very difficult, but I think it was worth going over because I noticed I put a few on the final like this, and some students had some real trouble with this, and I was a little surprised by it because it really isn't that hard. So I think maybe it's worth spending a moment to see how this works. Okay, in general, and you want to read through the lesson, they explain this in greater detail than I will here. But there's two basic ways to do an attributive construction in Greek. Okay, the first is basically to have the definite article here, ha, okay, and then the noun it modifies here, anthropos, so you have the man, and then what falls in the middle here is what's said to be an attributive position, okay, pistos, okay, so the faithful man. So basically you have the article and you have the noun it takes here, and then all the junk that's in the middle is stuff that modifies man. Okay, and you'll very frequently see this in Greek. You might have a whole bunch of words in between the noun and the definite article that it starts with. All that is said to be an attributive position. You might see, prepositional phrases. You might see a genitive construction. You might see, in this case, simply an adjective. But this is basically just what it would be in English if you translate it literally, the faithful man. Nothing complicated about this at all. Okay. Now, there's another way of doing this in Greek as well. Another way of doing, simply an attributive uses, and that's where you repeat the definite article in front of both the noun and the adjective. Okay, so in this case we have halagos ha-agathos. Okay, halagos ha-agathos, and that simply means what? The word, the good one, literally, or simply the good word. Okay. It's not a sentence, it's a phrase. Both of these are sentences and not phrases. And I could have done the same thing actually in this here too if I'd wanted. Okay. Ha pistos ha anthropos. Okay. Ha pistos ha anthropos, that simply means the faithful one, the man. Okay, the faithful man. Okay. No real difference in meaning there between the two of those. Okay. So these are two ways of doing attribution in Greek. This is probably the more Semitic one, which you see a little more often, especially in the Old Testament, because that's more typically how it would be done in Hebrew, which the Old Testament is translating, the Greek Old Testament. But you also see this too. This is a little bit more of a classical construction, but you do see it as well in the New Testament. You see both forms. Okay, so you need to know both of them. Those are the two main ones. Okay, there is one other one that's rare. Okay, now for number 3, this one's a little bit different because here you have a subject with a definite article, halagos. Okay, halagos simply means the word. Okay, the definite article specifies it, and here this is lacking a definite article. Okay, this is a signal to you that this is now no longer an attribution but a predication. Okay, agathos doesn't simply modify logos, it's being linked to it through predication, although the predicate is not expressed. So this would not be translated, the good word, but rather the word is good, or more literally, good is the word. Okay, if you wanted to be a little more poetic about it, but just write the good word in your translation for something like that. Okay, So again, notice the difference between number 2 and number 3. Okay, halagos, haagathos, the word, the good one, or simply the good word. Okay, agathos, halagos. Okay, this means the word is good. Okay, or good is the word. Now the only difference with this and number 4 is what? Haagathos logos. Well, this is different actually completely, because what do we have here? You have the definite article, okay, and then you have the noun, and then what do you have in the middle? That's an attributive position. Okay, so this simply means the good word also. This, number 4, and number 2 mean exactly the same thing. Okay, this is just the more Semitic way of doing attribution. This is the more classical way of doing attribution. Agathos here is said to be an attributive position. Now, what if I had this? Okay, halagos, agathos. Okay, same thing as before. Okay, the word is good. Okay, so whenever you have the noun, okay, with the definite article and the adjective lacking the definite article, when the two agree in gender, number, okay, and gender in a person, gender, and number, not person. What am I saying? Yeah, case and gender, number. Okay, case and gender, number. Both these are nominative. Okay, you got nominative, nominative. Both the os ending here. Okay, they're both singular. Okay, they're both masculine. Okay, so they agree in that respect. Okay, but one has the definite article and the other doesn't. It's a predication. Okay, it's as simple as that. This is an attribution. Okay, you have again agathos agreeing with logos in person, not person, in case, number, and gender, as all adjectives must agree with the nouns they modify. Okay, but here it's between the noun and its definite article. Okay, ha-agathos logos, the good word. Now, number 5 is a little ambiguous. Okay, when neither one has the definite article, it simply means, it could mean a good word, or it could mean a word is good. It could be either one. That's ambiguous. Okay, you just have to translate that based on context. All right, and you do see that as well. Okay, so it could mean a good word, or it could mean a word is good. Okay, now notice here, without the definite article, I tend to try to translate logos more indefinitely. Now we're going to see in a moment that that's not necessarily a hard and fast rule. Okay, you know, the role of the definite article is to make the noun definite, for sure. Okay, but the absence of the definite article does not necessarily mean that the noun is indefinite. Okay, it may or may not be indefinite, generally speaking, depending on the context and depending on how it appears in the sentence. Okay, oftentimes if it's in a prepositional phrase, it won't have, even a definite article will not have, a definite noun won't have the definite article. Okay, so again, the definite article makes it definite, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's indefinite if it's lacking that. So here in this case, given the right context, I could even translate this the good word. Okay, or the word is good. Number 5. Okay, but again, lacking the context, make it indefinite. Okay, number 6. He adelphe dikaya. He adelphe dikaya. Now remember, adjectives have to agree with their nouns they modify based on what? Case, number, and gender. Case, number, and gender. Well, adelphe is feminine, nominative, singular, okay, sister, and dikaya is also feminine, nominative, singular. Notice one ends in an eta, one's in an alpha, but no big deal, doesn't matter. Okay, this is the pattern for the first declension adjective. Okay, dikaya. So in this case, I have what? I have the definite article with the noun adelphe, so it's the sister. Okay, and I don't have a definite article for dikaya, so it's the sister is righteous. okay, or righteous is the sister. Okay, now the only difference here between that, okay, and let's see here, and well, let's not even go there. Okay, so the sister is righteous. You see, that's a predication. How do you know? Because the noun has the indefinite article and the adjective doesn't. Okay, but number 7's different. Okay, number 7, we still have adelphe agreeing in case, number, and gender with dikaya. Okay, so there is a connection between the two of them, but what kind? Is it an attributive connection or a predicative? Well, they both have the definite article, okay, and so that means it's attributive. Okay, this means the righteous sister. Okay, not the sister is righteous. Okay, the righteous sister. Okay, just like here, the good word. Okay, the word, the good one. This is here, the sister, the righteous one. Okay. Number 8. He dikaya adolphe. He dikaya adolphe. Notice here now we still have the agreement between the adjective and the noun it modifies. They have to agree in case, number, and gender as they do here. But in this case, look, you see the definite article, the noun, okay, and what's in between? An adjective. That's attributive position. So this is an attributive adjective, so this is the just sister, the righteous sister, or the innocent sister, you could say. All right? It's not the sister is innocent. Okay. Number 9. Dikaya he'el adolphe. Dikaya he'el adolphe. Okay? Well, again, we've got agreement between the two of them. All right, so that should perk our ears up that they're connected somehow. But how are they connected? By attribution or by predication? In this case, we only have a definite article for sister, and this is outside attributive position. Okay, in other words, it's not like number 8, where it is an attributive position. See, it's right between the definite article and the noun. Here it's outside that. So this is the sister is righteous, or righteous is the sister. Now, what's the difference between this and this? Okay, actually number 6 and number 9 would be translated the same way. Okay, the sister is righteous, or righteous is the sister. The only difference here is what? Maybe there's a slight amount of emphasis here, a little bit more emphasis on dikaya in number 9 than there is in number 6. Okay, but there's no basic change in meaning. Okay, in this case, very, very frequently in Greek, you'll emphasize rhetorically the words which are most important to the writer. Okay, here this puts a little bit more emphasis on righteousness because it comes first. Here it puts a little more emphasis on sister because it comes first. But they both mean the same thing. Okay, the sister is righteous. Okay, it's a sentence. All right, now number 10. This is another ambiguous one because we have no definite article. This could mean the righteous sister. It could also mean a righteous sister. It could also mean a sister is righteous. Okay, so there's a lot of different things you could do with that one. All right, now I hope that's clear, that this is not that difficult. Okay, just watch this a few more times if you want. Okay, I don't want anyone missing this on the final because this is gimme stuff if I give it to you. Okay, so be sure that you grasp this. This is fairly important. Okay, all right, number 11. This is another sentence, or actually, is it a sentence or is it a clause? That's something we're going to have to figure out. Okay. So again, let's take a look at what's going on here. I don't see a verb expressed, okay? And how do I know? Because I'm just looking through here. Hagios and dikaios are both adjectives. Weos, and weos should have a accent there. Sorry about that. Okay, to anthropou. Okay, so I don't see a verb expressed here at all. But that doesn't mean it's not a sentence, okay? First of all, what's the subject? Well, the subject is always going to be the thing that has a definite article. Okay, in this case, hagios. Okay, hagios. All right, that could be the subject anyway, I should say, because we don't know what the rest of the sentence is doing yet. So what do we do with this? Hagios to anthropou. Hagios to anthropou. Okay, what does this say? Literally, it says the Son of Man, and this is actually the expression you see frequently in the Gospels of Jesus' own self-designation. Okay, the Son of Man. What about the Son of Man? Well, we have hagias kai dikaias, so you see the os ending here and the os. Okay, that's masculine singular in the nominative case, and that certainly goes with weos, which is also masculine singular nominative. So you've got the case number gender agreement, but we want to know whether it's a sentence or not. Okay, does it say the just and righteous Son of Man, or does it say the Son of Man is, I said just and righteous, that means holy and righteous. Does it mean the holy and righteous Son of Man, or is it the Son of Man is holy and righteous? Okay, it means the Son of Man is holy and righteous because we have a definite article going with the subject, okay, but none with the predicate. Okay, do you follow? There's no definite article here with the predicate, and so therefore we know, in fact, it is a predicate. Okay, given the fact that there's no ha with it. Now, if there were a ha, what would it be? Okay, haagias kai hadikaias hawias tu anthropu. Now what would it be? Well, now it would say what? Okay, the Son of Man, the holy and righteous one. Okay, so the holy and righteous Son of Man is how we would translate that. Not a sentence, but a phrase. Okay, do you see why? Okay, literally, the Son of Man, the Holy One, the Righteous One. The Holy One and the Righteous One. Okay, so, again, that's completely different than this. The Son of Man is holy and righteous, or holy and righteous is the Son of Man. Okay? Alright, that one should be clear, hopefully. Alright, number 12, let's do one more here and wrap this up. Okay, it says, halagas hagias hatigraphe hatheas. Halagas hagias hatigraphe hatheas. Okay, so first things first, let's look for a subject and a verb if there is one. Okay, let's take this piecemeal. Okay, halagas hagias. What do we do with that? Well, I see here word and I see holy. Okay, which is what hagias means. But does this mean the holy word, or does this mean the word is holy? Okay, it means the word is holy. Why? Because I have logos with a definite article, but not hagias. That tells me logos is being linked by predication to hagias. It's the holy word. Or sorry, the word is holy. Okay, the word is holy. Now, what if hagias were here? Then what would it say? Now it would say the holy word, wouldn't it? Because now hagias is in attributive position. Okay, but let's back out of that and go back to what we had. Okay, halagas hagias. Okay, so the word is holy. Okay, hati. Hati here means because or that. I think here in this case it probably means because. Why is the word holy? Hatigraphe hatheas. Because why? Because God is writing. Okay, because God is writing, and here it would be implied. Okay, so because God is writing it. Okay, even though we don't really have an it there. We might, but we might not. Okay, so again, graphe here, third singular, present active indicative, just like lue. Okay, remember that from your paradigms. Okay? All right, very good. Hopefully this is now perfectly clear. This is, this is as difficult as this particular thing gets. So be sure that you have some handle on this. Okay, very good. I'm going to come back here, and there'll be another video of me going over notes for lesson 5. This week we're going to introduce you into principal parts. Okay, so very good. I will see you here in a little bit.